Hello and welcome to my latest video. This is the final stage of my trip into Portugal. It takes me from Guarda into the small valley with the village of Pomares, my destination. I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, good morning. It didn't rain overnight, but it's raining now, and as I think you can see, there's very little visibility. I'm just packing up and I'll be setting off for Pomares, which is where I'm going to be spending, I don't know, a few weeks maybe, helping a young lad called Jasper. So join me there. Well, dumped the black water, dumped the grey water. Which door is open? Rear doors probably. Yes, I know. I'm just going to shut the rear doors. Thermometer says it's 9 degrees. Doesn't feel as cold as that. It actually is looking quite bright. But yeah, I tried to fill up with fresh water, but impossible. The tap nozzles here are much bigger than in France, so that was no good. Or maybe I'm supposed to do it here. Oh, let's just try and do it here then.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Right, now I have water and off I go. Saying, it looks quite bright. I'm 1,000 meters up plus. I'm hoping I'm dropping into warmer weather, but I just looked at the route, which is not a long distance to go, but there's an amber warning for heavy rain, so maybe I won't be seeing any sunshine anytime soon. This is Guarda. This is the direction I walked yesterday. The old town is off to the right, somewhere on the top of the hill there. As ever, I have selected no motorways, particularly because you have to buy a vignette in Portugal if you want to use motorways. So I'm on back roads, and I've barely seen another person since I've left Guarda. I think there's only an hour and a half to go to my destination. But if it's all like this, that's fine by me. I do need to stop and find a supermarket for some time, or a food shop of some sort, to stock up on bits. Apart from that, looking bright, it's not raining, which is obviously a good thing, and there's little patches of blue sky above, so hopefully the warning will be completely wrong. Well, I'm here 10 minutes later, I'm dropping, and the sun's come out in this valley anyway. There's not clear sky, but there are patches of blue among the clouds. Portuguese village. The cobbles certainly make you drive slower. I don't know if that is why they're here, but a bit like in the Netherlands, where they have brick weave on some of the smaller streets in housing estates and so on. It certainly does, I think, reduce the subconsciously reduces the speed you drive at, because it doesn't feel necessarily like a proper road. I don't know why more countries don't adopt this theory. where the 2CV was made in the very last years of its life, and where the last one rolled off the production line. I have been there back in 2017, and towards my left is this Sierra de Estrela, which is the highest part of Portugal, and on the same trip we went up to there as well. So maybe I've actually been round that roundabout before. I can't remember the exact route, but we did go from Sierra to Manuel, so possibly. I've done a shop at Lidl. I don't know whether it's just Lidl. It's almost impossible to get any vegan stuff. I try and avoid cow's milk, but not possible there. It has pulled off to do some recycling, but I thought I'd just film the building there. It's very Portuguese with the tiling on the outside. Unfortunately, it looks like it's abandoned and falling into ruin, but the architecture and everything is just very, very Portuguese style. Shame. So this all looks quite familiar. Obviously, Portugal suffers from wildfires, even more so than France. And on the right, you can see all the eucalyptus trees, I think. The eucalyptus, which is a massive crop in Portugal, thrives on forest fires, clears the ground, germinates the seeds, I think it is. Anyway, eucalyptus catches fire easily, but then rejuvenates, and the indigenous trees don't. So I think I remember reading 8 years ago that the Portuguese have banned new plantations of eucalyptus. And it has to be said, mimosa is apparently just as bad. Where I'm going, I think, was also affected earlier this year. At the moment, I haven't found anywhere to stop for lunch. Yeah, you can see that on the left, as far as you can see on the hills, it's been burnt. I suppose if I'm going to be staying in this area for another few weeks, I'm going to get used to this. I assume it's not quite as scary as it looks. It looks a bit bigger than me. I'm glad I did see him go up ahead. It is one way, so there's that to be thankful for. Bloody hell. Well, the sat-nav thinks that I can get through here, so we'll have to trust it. Yeah. There might have been a better way. I did push the mirror in on that wall. If I go that way again, I will go the other way around. Well, I say the sat-nav didn't think there was any problem with it. I noticed this where I stopped to have lunch, sort of chaos. So I thought I'd just see if I could get to the top and see what I can see. And this is what I can see. What I can see. Of course, climbing up is a lot easier than climbing down. That's the top. And there's my camper down there. I assume that's Pomares where I'm going, down there. I don't know after that where I'm going at all. And this is the valley badly affected by the forest fires of, I think it was in August this year. So yeah, I'm descending on the road that goes through all this. You can see greenery sprouting out of the trees, particularly the eucalyptus. That's what I meant when I say these trees are not affected in the same way as the indigenous trees are. Because this one looks completely burnt, but is sprouting again. Whereas the indigenous trees get killed off by the fire. Especially if you look closer over that way. Lots and lots of greenery at the base of the eucalyptus trees. Of course, looking at this tree and other ones, they are sprouting from the base. So another, well, obviously the tree itself is dead. It's going to fall higher bits, but it will be replaced. And like all these areas, they take years to come back, don't they? It's not going to be a quick thing. People are going to live with this scarred landscape for a few years now. This is the track to Jasper's. I've been bouncing my way slowly up it, and this is the worst bit, I think, from the point of ground clearance. This bit is apparently the muddiest bit, so coming back up might be a problem. Except of course if it dries. You kind of hope I'm not going to have a lot of rain. Alright, I'm not sure where I'm going now, so I shall stop here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Join me again soon for the next instalment. Bye bye.